Hello everyone, it is time for a new video, and today we're going to be talking about my May TBR. I never film TBRs, and mostly I stopped doing them because I never stick to it. But lately I feel like whenever I talk about potential TBRs for my vlogs, I actually stick to it a lot more. So I thought we would try, and I wanted to go through, my books to see just kind of like what I'm the most excited for. And of course, it's gonna change across the month, but who cares, you know? And this video is gonna go up late, but I am filming it on the 4th. So let's just get straight into it and talk about some books that I'm absolutely dying to read and hopefully will be reading this month. So the first book that I have here is actually one that kind of motivated me to do this, just so I can have another opportunity to talk about this book. I'm almost done with this, and I was just like, you know what? I have not finished it yet, so I can still tell you that I'm planning to read this this month, because I am planning to read this. I will probably finish it tonight, and oh my god, I will be talking about this in like upcoming vlogs and everything, and I don't think I'm ever going to shut up about it, because holy shit, this book is so special, and I'm so happy that it's been getting so much love, because it deserves all the love in the world, and I'm obsessed with it. And so we have a setup where we have Emma and Justin, and the two of them basically both have this curse that everyone they date goes on to find the one after they break up. And so they both feel kind of lost, and Justin posts about this on Reddit, and Emma ends up replying to that, just saying, you know, I have the same problem. And then what they end up doing is dating just for the summer so that they can break up and then go on to maybe find the one. And of course, the one is gonna be each other, and they literally feel like soulmates. Their connection is so special. It is so charming, it's emotional, it's sweet, it's sad, it's funny, it's literally everything that I could ask for. And before I even finish this is my favorite Abby Jimenez book, and I already adored Part of Your World and yours truly, and I feel like the people that I've heard talking about it so far recently have the same feeling. So if you have not read this, you need to add it to your TBR, because like it is seriously incredible. The next book that I have here is The Plus One by Maisie Eddings. I have been wanting to read this for ages and I have a video that I'm super excited for that I want to film this month that I will be reading this in, and I don't know much about it. I think it's like Hate to Love and Fake Dating, and yes, it's fake dating, and I love Maisie Eddings. This is literally the only book that I have left that I haven't read by her, and it's only like 300 pages. It's gonna be the best time. The next book that I have here is King of Wrath by Anna Huang. I feel like that the cover is really hard to show because it's so bright, but I have been wanting to read this ever since it came out, which at this point was quite a while ago, and the most recent book just came out, and I think it's the 4th one maybe, and so there's just so many books in the series now, or like quite a few, and I just need to start it. And I feel like I have been reading a lot of like the emotional intense romance books, and I need some escapism, and that is certainly what Anna Huang offers, you know. And all that I remember about this is that this is a series of like billionaire romances, and you know what, I'm in the mood for something like that. Just super fun, addicting, steamy billionaire romances. And I don't know if it's this one. One of these is A Marriage of Convenience, and I love that trope. I hope it's this one. I do not have the energy or brain cells to read synopses today. I'm very sorry, but I'm really excited for this. And yeah, let me know if you've read this series. What book is your favorite? I hear people talk about this series all the time, but I don't actually know like detailed thoughts from anyone. So I'm excited to see what I think of it. The next book I have here is one that I've mentioned before, and that is Zyla and Kai by Christina Forrest. And every single time that I talk about this, I'm like, I am so excited to read this. I love Christina Forrest, but it is quite a long one. And for a YA contemporary, I'm like, it's 450 pages. And so that's just been intimidating me all this time. But I love YA contemporary books. I tend to actually read them super fast. And even faster than adult contemporary, because I just get, you know, so immersed in it. I don't know. And I, again, love Christina Forrest. And if you didn't know, I feel like a lot of people who read her adult books that are the most recent ones do not know that she has YA contemporary ones. Actually, three. Is it three of them? Or I think it's three of them. Three of them. So this is one of them. And I have loved the two previous ones. I love her adult ones. And so I just need to read this, you know? Like, I need to get over myself. And I think this is supposed to be like a will they, won't they, friends, lovers. It's a star-crossed love story about first love. And so I think it's gonna be very emotional. And I don't normally like slow burn stories. I think that's why I'm like worried about this. But again, this is Christina Forrest. I already know that I can trust her writing, you know? And so I just need to get over myself and pick this up. So hopefully it's gonna happen in May. The next book I have here is a very anticipated release from this year, which is The Other Side of Disappearing by Kate Clayborn. And I adore Kate Clayborn. I completely fell in love with her the second that I read Georgie All Along, which is like the previous book in the series. And I feel like this has a very different vibe, a very different plot. But based on how much I loved that book and like I think at least two other books, I will read anything she writes and I'm gonna love every second of it. And so this is supposed to be, I think, like a road trip story. Yeah. Which is also a little bit intimidating because I feel like I actually don't like road trip stories in general. But again, same thing here. If anyone can do a good job at that, I think it's gonna be Kate Clayborn. So I'm excited. And I will actually mention another book that is a road trip story, which is You with a View by Jessica Joyce. So when I first heard about this plot, I was also like a little bit hesitant because it's not something I normally like. Because we don't only have a road trip, but it's like with the hero's grandpa and they go on to find about like the heroine's grandma's like life story, I think, because they figured out that the two of them, her grandma, his grandpa, had like a love story when they were younger, and they want to learn more about that, just, you know, to get close to her and learn more about her, and because she's unfortunately gone. So yeah, it's gonna be forced proximity, and I'm curious to see if I remember it right, the grandpa like goes with them. Either way, I actually am super excited for this because I read a novella by Jessica Joyce that I absolutely adored. Absolutely adored. It is a Christmas one, but perfection. No notes, and that's a novella, which is really hard to get right completely, you know? And so I'm so ready for this. I'm so ready to read a full-length novel, and the companion sequel is coming out in July, I think, and I'm super excited for that, and so I obviously want to read this before that happens. And so we are doing this. The next book I have here is A Farewell to Magic by Alison Saft. I have talked about this book many times before, and I just need to fucking pick it up, you know? And I did get to page 74, and I think I'm really gonna love this. It's kind of like a journey story as well. And we have our characters who are both kind of a little bit lost in life, and they are gonna join to go on this hunt to get to find this like mythical fox creature. And yeah, that's what I know about it. And again, the beginning so far, absolutely amazing. I immediately was so invested in the characters. They feel really unique and fun and interesting, and I cannot wait to see where the story goes. The next book is Give Me a Sign by Anna Sartino, which I also recently mentioned, which I know that there's camp in this, and I know it has deaf representation, and it's also supposed to be like a love story and a coming of age story, and about finding your voice. And yeah, I'm very excited. This is a new to me author, and I love this cover. And again, like, honestly, based on the cover, I really want to read it in the spring. And even though June is technically spring, it doesn't really feel like spring in my eyes because it's like the start of summer. And so I want to read it in May. So hopefully we will be doing that. Then I have a very special book, which is The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. I want to reread this. I keep saying I got these absolutely incredibly stunning Afterlight editions, which was like a giant investment for me because like I do not buy special editions, and I do actually have the paperback of the first one and the third one, I think. But I didn't have the second one, and I've been wanting to reread these. I was like, I'm gonna cherish them forever, and I absolutely do, but I still have not picked them up since I got these copies, which was like half a year ago maybe. And so it has a ribbon bookmark as well. And you know what? I'm gonna show you everything. I'm gonna show you everything because like I just will never get over this. So that is the naked book and it has a quote at the back. And then on top of that, it has these end papers and like, shut the fuck up. When I saw this, I like went to another dimension. These are some of my all-time favorite romances, but I have not reread them since like basically around the time that they came out, which I think was like maybe 2018 even or something like that. Oh my god. And I read this was actually one of the first adult contemporary romances that I ever read, and it like changed my life. And I need to reread it. So we're making it happen, okay? We are making it happen. I do think that I don't want to read the whole series in a row and back to back because I want to savor it and save it for later. But I'm so excited for this. And again, like I need to just like read it so I can hold this in my hands and look at it for hours, you know? Because like while I have this one on display and you know I can look at that, but I want to see the whole thing. I want to see the whole thing and experience the book, and I'm so excited. And I know I say excited like super a lot, but that's just me, okay? If you are subscribed to my channel, you are subscribed to hearing the word excited 50 times per video. So the next book here is The Prospects by Katie Hoffman, which is a queer sports romance, is basically all I know. But this says, enemies, rivals, teammates. It's going to be a hell of a season. And so I mostly literally just got this book because first of all, I want to read it for a video, of course. Second of all, though, I have heard so many of my favorite authors talk about how much they love this. And I was just like, okay. Anita Kelly has a blurb here that says, a heart-stealing romance, my favorite book of this and any year. I was like, holy shit. Like, I do not need to hear anything else. And so, oh my god. Okay, so it says that one of the main characters is the first openly trans man in the world of competitive baseball, and his former teammate and longtime rival is unexpectedly drafted onto the team. And so I guess there's like some, you know, like past feelings, and they have to work together for proximity. And I feel like this will be a lot about the sport, like set while they're playing and everything, which I feel like I haven't read a lot in sports romances. It's usually kind of in the background, and I don't necessarily mind that, but I feel like I would actually love to read something like this. And so you know, I'm in luck because I literally have this book and I can read it anytime that I want. So the next one I have here is Role Playing by Kathy Yardley, and I have also wanted to read this for quite a while. First of all, I got it for the cover that's designed by Lenny Kaufman in the first place, but then I heard a lot of people talk about how much they love this, and it just like, this is just so cozy, okay? This is just so cozy. It is a small town romance. Single mom, I think. We have a 48-year-old heroine and a 50-year-old hero. And I don't really know what else. I actually think that this has the like online to real life type of romance where they like text first but don't know each other's identity. I think that it has that, which is actually like one of my favorite tropes of all time. And so yes, it does. Okay, yes, it does. Oh my god, okay. I forgot that it has that. I need to read this immediately. I always kind of wanted to read it in the fall because of the whole cover vibe, but I'm not waiting that long because the new book is coming out soon-ish, and I need that as well, and so I need to read this. Then I have another reread, which is Wolf Gone Wild by Juliet Cross. This series means everything to me. It's my all-time favorite paranormal romance series, and I have not reread them yet, and I need to fix that. Yeah, like, I always say they're my favorite perfect kind of paranormal romance. Like, every single one of these books, they're all companions, and there's like 6 books, I think, and I have loved every single one of them, and I just need to experience them again. And this one is a werewolf romance where his wolf kind of has this like separate identity. I've heard people compare it to Venom. We have this like super fun dynamic where the hero is freaking out because he's like, you know, he feels like he can't control himself and he wants to get rid of this voice in his head. I absolutely adore this book. I don't generally love werewolves that much. They're probably my least favorite paranormal creature out of like the basic ones. But this was perfect, and like there's like witch and vampire romances in the series, and like so many perfect couples, amazing romances, the most wonderful combination of like action-packed and fun and you know, paranormal and steamy and romantic and sweet. Like, it is just everything. It is everything. And if you have not picked up this series or this book, you need to do that. And again, I just need to reread it because it's gonna be the best time of my life and I deserve to have that experience. So I just have 2 more physical books, and then I think I will mention very briefly a few ebooks that I have and we'll wrap it up. And so the next one is Knockout by Sarah McLean. This is another book that I started already, and I actually got to page 128, and I love this series so much. If you would like to read historical romances that have super cool badass heroines who literally have this group called Hell's Bells where they team up to like make the world a better place, you know, doing some like slightly illegal things, but for the, you know, good of the world. And I adore them. They're so swoon-worthy, absolutely perfect. And this one is no exception, and I just need to pick it up and finish it. And I know that it will be the best time. And the last physical book is Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I am a Elsie Silver stan. I have loved every single book of hers, and I actually, oh my god, I just realized I have read every single one. Which I'm so shocked because I never do that. With authors that I love, I always, if they have a lot of books, I save some for later, you know, for like harder times. But I did not do that with Elsie Silver because they're like that addicting. And so this is a new release. All that I know is that this is a billionaire romance, best friend's sister, and or like brother's best friend. And I think like they've known each other for a long time or whatever. I don't know. So I don't want to know anything else because again, I adore Elsie Silver. Like, this is gonna be incredible and I can't wait. So let's look at my phone to wrap this up. And you know, I could just leave that out, but I don't want to. So I have so many exciting ebooks, and I honestly have not been reading a lot of ebooks at all recently, so I wanted to talk about it to get a little bit more excited. So I have a historical romance novella that is called Seduced in a Storm by Royaleen Singh. And this one, I saw the author post about it on Twitter, and it just sounded so good. It is a novella, and it just looks so good. I think there was supposed to be like only one bed. The next one is Keep Me Close by Armed Virtues. I loved the first book in the series. I have that physically. I think it might be actually at my parents' place. But I have the ebook of the second one, and I think that this is about Aphrodite, who is like my favorite goddess. And all of this whole series has trans representation. I absolutely adored the first one. It's kind of like this genre that is like, it feels paranormal, but it's actually kind of contemporary, but it has like all these gods and like all these things, so it reads as paranormal to me at least. And it's just like the best time, and I really want to read the whole series, and so we're gonna do that. Then I absolutely desperately want to read Flirting with Fate by Chasey Cervantes. I adored Always Isn't Forever. If you saw like my magical readathon vlogs, I talked about it in there. Changed my life. Absolutely perfection. And this one is going to be another like very emotional, sweet, beautiful, and meaningful story, and I cannot wait to dive in. The only thing is, I do really want to buy it physically, but I cannot be buying books right now, so I have a little bit of a crisis about that. But I still wanted to put it out there because I do really want to read it, and no, yes. And I think that the last book that I'm going to mention is The Art of Scandal by Regina Black. I have heard so many things about this, and I don't necessarily like drama in books, so I'm a little bit scared because this is supposed to be like very dramatic and intense and fun and entertaining, but I'm just like, you know what, I have heard a lot of people and a lot of authors that I love talk about this book who I really trust, and so I'm like, I will give it a try. And I do adore celebrity romances, and this is supposed to be a celebrity romance where the heroine's husband, I think, cheats on her, and she finds out and he begs her not to like tell anyone because he's like a public figure, and then she's gonna fall in love with a younger guy. That's all that I know. I don't like age gaps, turns out, but if I will like it, I do think it will be in the way that it's an older woman, younger man, because that's just like more interesting, you know, and I'm excited for this. So with that, I'm gonna shut up now and let me know what books you want to read this month, and hopefully I will read at least like a half of these. That would be great. And yeah, so if you made it this far in the video, leave a moon emoji down below, and thank you so much for watching and have a great day. I'm gonna see you soon in another video. Bye.